Colin Cowherd and Micah Parsons had a back and forth in the past few days where Colin on his show basically calls out Micah Parsons and brings up the point that he doesn't believe that Micah Parsons is good against the run, that he's not a very versatile type player. Micah responded. I shared that entire back and forth in the past couple days. But this was actually brought up in a press conference yesterday with Jeff Hafley. They didn't mention Colin Cowherd, but they bring up the fact that Parsons got into it with a radio host. And so let me just play this clip and hear what Jeff Hafley has to say.
Mentioned Micah. He might have gotten into it with a national radio host this week about his run defense.
About Micah's run defense?
Micah's run defense, yeah.
I mean,
look, your run defense is great. I'm sure he has a role in it, right?
Yeah, Micah Parsons, if you watch that tape against the run, and Saquon, who I think is the premier back in the league, I mean, I think Saquon had 60-something yards rushing, right? And Micah Parsons was in on almost all of those plays. Micah was setting edges as an end. Micah was setting edges as a 3 technique. Micah against the run was straining and playing as good run defense as I've seen. So if anybody wants to talk about Micah Parsons' run defense, I'd like to sit down and watch the tape with him, because the effect that he had on that game, 1, in the run defense, and then 2, I mean, we can talk about not getting sacks, but you guys saw the pressures that he put on the quarterback and how fast Jalen Hurts had to throw the ball, and in key situations had to break the pocket, run, and throw the ball away and stop the clock and give us a chance to get the ball back and win. I mean, Micah was outstanding in the game. Just turn the tape on. So I have not seen the messages you're talking about, but I'd love to sit down and watch the run tape with whomever wants to on this game.
I don't know if you would.
What do you mean?
You might not want to sit down with.
Well, I don't know who it was, but maybe in the offseason we sit down, but not right now.
All right, so there's Jeff Hafley saying he wants to sit down with whoever that is and break down the film. That would be a very I would totally watch that. If we could have a video or an interview of Colin Cowherd having Jeff Hafley break down the film and showing why Micah Parsons has actually been good against the run, I definitely want to watch that. I don't know if that would ever actually happen. But there we have Jeff Hafley making it clear that, Micah Parsons, he's not a one-trick type player where he's only effective when it comes to rushing the passer. That's definitely what he excels at the highest degree. There's no doubt about that. He's one of the best in the NFL, currently like 3rd in pressures. At least he was a few days ago when I checked. And so I think this idea that's being pushed forward by Colin Cowherd, that he's one-dimensional, that he can't stop the run and things like that, it's not the case. It's not the case whatsoever. Micah Parsons has been dominant. And when the Cowboys made the decision to trade away Parsons, it did feel like the way that Jerry Jones was talking, the way he was talking about thinking that his defense was going to be better after trading Parsons and bringing in Kenny Clark and thinking that they'd be better against the run. I just think we've seen that, what Micah Parsons has done here in Green Bay, he's been effective not just as a pass rusher, but also when it comes to the running defense. And you'd think that if he was actually as bad against the run as, Colin Cowherd said he was, the Packers wouldn't have, one of the top, running defenses in the entire NFL. And so it was cool to see Hafley, sort of coming in and giving his honest insight. I mean, you could tell that he was seemingly surprised that someone was questioning Micah Parsons as a run defender. He's like, Micah Parsons, did you watch that game? And so I think that idea has totally been shut down, and we've witnessed what Micah Parsons can do. And I think with any player, of course, you're going to have bad plays here or there, and you could cherry pick some plays and say, oh, look at this guy. He's terrible against the run. But I think that for the most part, watching these games, while you're watching them live, you can see Parsons being effective and offenses having to, dictate what they're doing based on where Micah Parsons is and what Micah Parsons is doing. And there's no doubt that the reason this Packers team has been in all these close games, even though the offense has been so bad, a large part of it is due to Micah Parsons and how good he's been on the edge. And you look at some of these games with the Packers offense, it's crazy to think that against the Eagles, you lose 10-7, and that was a close game. The Packers barely lost that game. So the good thing with this Packers team right now is it's not like these other teams are dominating them. It's not like, oh no, there's no chance that all the Packers can win these games. Because when you have a defense playing at this level, if the Packers offense can just get it going a little bit more and Jordan Love can get going a little bit more, then this Packers team is going to be fine if they can get the offense figured out, because the defense is playing top-tier elite football and keeping them in games where the offense is playing some of the worst football I've seen from Packers offenses. So those are my thoughts. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below. I'll be out with a video post-game, Giants, Packers, so make sure you have the post notifications turned on so you get notified when I make that after the game. But thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.